Hey, world, welcome to Which One Do I Roll? Our new streaming thing that we are doing here, where we learn new RPGs here on stream for you guys. You guys can come check us out and see what we are doing. We have a lot of fun with this, and we're going to see how all this goes. Who knows how all this goes? Today, we're going to be learning a new RPG by Riley Hopkins. Did I get that right? Yes. Sorry, I have a couple different Rileys in my life, and it's important that I get the right name, one for the right one. This is a game by Riley Hopkins called If Not Us, Then Who? And I think I'm just going to start with reading the flavor text for this game to give you guys an idea of what this game is about. There is no tale more compelling than a group of kids from disparate backgrounds coming together to confront a threat against overwhelming odds. Once you mix that with spandex, helmets, giant robots, what more does a story need? Power Rangers, Animorphs, Sailor Moon, She-Ra, and similar shows have always resonated with me because they are about coming together and doing the right thing. When in the face of danger, these characters don't run, but instead ask, if not us, then who? We are at our best when we fight together, when we fall together, when we work together, and when we collectively gather to fight against a villainous force that threatens everyone. We also have giant robots and matching suits, and that shreds. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of what this game is, what this game is about, and what this game is like. And we're going to learn how to do this. We're also going to be doing all of the random generation stuff for the sake of doing random generation stuff, with the rule being, the caveat being that we're not going to have any two of the same character, though obviously that seems highly unlikely, considering that we are randomly generating these things. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's start creating some characters, right? So our team, each team starts with 5 heroes, they say. There are technically only 4 of us, so we may be doing only 4 heroes. I think that's fine. Anyone have any objections to that? No? Sounds good to me. Excellent. Then we'll start with 4 heroes. You can pick or choose, but we're going to choose to roll for all of them. Each hero has multiple parts: their color, their traits, their weapons, and their theme. You can have a team theme, or you can have individual themes. We may do both. We'll find out. It all comes together nicely. Let's see. Let's pick someone to go first. Who wants to create our first character? Marcus. Marcus, by the way, for those of you that don't know, Marcus is our resident Power Rangers expert. Is that fair to say, or Power Rangers style thing expert? That is true. More qualified than me. Let's start with that. Excellent. Cool. So Marcus, you want to roll for your color generation? It is 2d6. 5 plus 3. You have aqua. Does that sound good to you? Cool. So we're going to build our aqua hero first. Yeah, I mean, you can just put it on the
chat says Marcus is not coming through on stream.
Marcus is not coming through on stream. Yes. Did you do that thing again?
I think I have to. Oh, now it works for some reason. I didn't change anything.
Is it working now?
Check.
There it is.
Thank you, J-Rob, Junior
Okay.
Hop.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I appreciate that immensely.
I also appreciate that a lot.
Also, welcome, Junior Hop 364. Okay. Okay, great. So, Marcus, you are going to be Aqua. Sound good to you?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Awesome. Let's keep generating this character randomly. Do you want to do your weapons next?
Yeah, that's 1d6.
1d6.
Here we go. 2.
Blade weapons.
Oh, nice.
Like that?
Yeah. I'll decide what it actually is later, but yeah, I like that a lot.
Okay, yeah, we can sort of get all the stuff and then put it together. And traits.
It's 2d6 again.
I kind of love these tables the way they're designed. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
2 plus 5. Looks like you get a comedy trait. Do you want another trait? You can have, I
Oh,
believe,
okay.
up to
Yeah.
3 traits.
Okay, I
Let
see
me-
how the rolling works. That's really interesting.
Yeah,
Really
wait,
cool.
hold on. What do we got here? Each
Yeah, I
hero
thought
can
I was
have up
reading
to
it wrong.
3 traits. Think of your hero's strongest personality trait and what they mean to them. The traits are leader, brains, beauty, tough, comedy, loner, cute, heart, noble, and evil. Someone with comedy trait is exactly what it says on the tin. They're the one who tries to make other people happy, everyone else happy.
Comedic
You
relief.
can also get traits by your color if you want. So you could actually choose a trait based on your color if you are interested in that as well.
Yeah,
Or
let
some
me mark
combination
that.
of those many options.
Um,
What'd you say, Marcus?
I got Aqua, right?
Mhm.
Aqua has loner and smart.
Mm.
I feel like I could play that better than comedic relief.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. Loner and smart. We can have a third
Loner
one,
and
right? Should I?
Yep,
roll
you can have
or-
up to 3 traits.
Okay. I'll just stick with 2.
In the Discord, I invited you guys to a Spotify listen along just in case.
Group.
Just in case you want to have some music for it.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
I literally have 73 playlists on Spotify for tabletop stuff, so
Always good.
I have the vibes somewhere.
I approve. Excellent. Cool. So there is our, what is that? We've got a trait. We've got bladed weapons. And we've got your color. Do we need something else? I feel like we need something else. Trait,
Theme.
color, weapons, theme. Is it a team theme or is it an individual theme?
Looks like it says team theme.
Team theme. Excellent. Well then let's see. Who wants to be responsible for our team theme? Nia, do you want to roll for our team theme?
Ooh, okay. What is that?
2d6 again.
2d6.
3 plus 6. We are a pirate theme.
Oh lord.
Nice. Nice.
Oh my god, I'm already having fun.
I'm down for this. I'm so down for this.
Wonderful.
Do we have to do the accent? Because if so, I need to go grab water. Oh, wait, never mind. Nope, that's empty.
I'm not even gonna try.
Yar.
Yeah.
Are indeed.
Yar indeed. Excellent. Cool. We are a pirate themed team. The Aqua Pirate. I love it. It's great.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
already
it's cool.
hilarious. I'm so down. Okay, let's you can think further about your character as we move forward. You have all that stuff though? Yes?
Yes.
Are we not adding it onto the cards on the?
Yes, we certainly can.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Do
Oh,
you
I
just
got
do
it.
text over the card?
Yep. The
Okay,
cards
cool.
are on the map layer, so you can just so anything that you put on the
Not just tokens there.
on the token layer
Oops.
will be good. So you
Um,
can just click on the eye, draw shape, or sorry, click on the draw shape, and then go to text. It'll work.
There we go. I think.
There you go.
Mhm.
Bottom left cup.
Okay. Nia, you want to go next?
Okay.
Awesome. Let's roll for a hero.
Okay. Color first.
Color first.
2d6. So I got 6. 5 plus 1.
Titanium.
Nice.
Cool. I like it.
Okay.
I'm already down.
And then
Do
traits.
you want to roll for your weapon?
Weapon.
You
Bla-
also have a bladed weapon.
Nice.
Titanium bladed weapons. Very, very cool. Pirate with a bladed weapon. Makes sense. Makes sense. And then you can either pick traits based on your color, which would be tough loner, or you can roll for traits, or some combination. I'm guessing that Riley Hopkins will allow you to get away with anything. Just a guess.
Okay. I mean,
guess.
I think I would like to take the major trait of tough, but I don't want to be another loner.
Okay. So you want to roll for some more traits? You can take 1 or 2 more traits by rolling.
Okay, I'll take 2 more.
Mhm.
A 6 and a 6.
Wow, that's a lot of traits. Those are the roll again traits.
Okay. A 5 and a 3.
Nice. So 5 plus 3 is noble.
Noble.
The tough noble. I like it.
Okay.
That says something about you. Do you want another trait?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
A 6 and a 4.
That would make you evil.
Yeah, okay.
The
Tough,
evil,
evil,
tough, noble.
Evil and noble.
Oh my god. Let's
That's a
see. What does he
pirate.
say about that?
That's
yeah,
a pirate.
That's a pirate. I agree. Let's see. The loners are aloof and tend to operate separately from the team. They claim to not need others. Of course, this is a game about teamwork, so obviously not true. Noble represents bravery, courage, and the general it factor. It's the "it's not us, then who? If not us, then who" mentality. The last trait is evil. And this can mean a few different things. Evil can be I work for the bad guy, or it can be as simple as I will look out for myself first and foremost. It can also be something that shows up later. Play it for the most dramatic reveal. So you don't have to be evil all the time. But there you
Okay.
go. That's you.
Interesting.
Oh, it looks like our Aqua Ranger has a name. Oscar, the Aqua Ranger.
Yeah.
I like it. I approve. Awesome. Cool. Ooh, and Emma, the Titanium Ranger.
Oh, that's me.
Oh,
That's
that's
my
you.
character.
You're already
I don't know if Neil wants that one, then she can take it.
Nope,
Nah.
that's totally fine. So Nia, you can add your.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome, cool. Ash, you want to be next?
Yes.
Let's pick a color.
2d6, right?
Mhm.
Oh, hold on. There we go. 6 and 4, or 4 and 6, I guess.
4 and 6. You are
Orange.
Orange. You like orange?
Nah, let's go for another one.
Fair enough.
Come on, there we go. 6 and
6
4.
and 4. The Phantom.
One less.
Phantom
One
Pirate.
less.
That seems so appropriate, right?
6-1. Titanium again.
Oh, you don't want to be the Phantom Pirate? Okay, fair enough. Okay, keep going.
Blue
1 and
it
2.
is.
Blue. I like it. Always good.
So that took forever.
No worries. You can
Phantom
roll
Pirate's
if
cool,
you're happy.
but I got a character in mind.
Okay, fair enough. You want to get a weapon?
Weapon. Blades.
Wow, we've got a very blade-heavy team. I like
Okay, I guess we're taking blades.
This is the all
I rolled it
6
twice.
Rangers team. Yeah. Excellent. And you are blue, so you can either take the traits smart and cute.
That's true of me already.
Yes. If you would like to roll for traits or any combination therein, that is true.
I'll take those traits and then roll for another.
Excellent.
And that's going to be 2d6, right?
Yep.
I have the 3d 2 and 2 brains.
Brains. So smart, cute, brains.
I think smart is brains.
I think smart is brains too. So we can re-roll that.
3-4 is tough.
Tough, smart, and cute. Feel
There you go.
good for you? You
I'm
like
down
it?
for that. I'm down for that.
I'm down for it too. That sounds good to me. Okay, that's everyone. Oh no, that's everyone else. Sorry, you're a player, not.
Oh,
a
we each
game runner.
do a theme, yeah.
We each do a theme.
So we can each do our individual theme, or we can do a whole team, a team theme if we want.
Oh, interesting.
Do we all want to be pirates? Because I mean, it makes sense.
We could all be pirates. We could divide it up if we wanted.
We
I'm
could have
very
themes
open.
within that too. I was gonna do like a choral
Ooh,
theme. Yeah,
that's cool.
have like horns and stuff.
Horns are cool.
Yeah, like Corsola.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Okay. Awesome. Let's see how we're doing over here. We've got Emma the Blue Ranger, smart, cut, cute, and tough. The blade. We've got Oscar the Aqua Ranger with a chakram, loner, and smart. Then we've got our still unnamed Titanium Ranger. Oh, sorry, I keep on forgetting that I have to roll too. You can tell that I'm used to being the game runner.
It's such a mood, honestly.
Yeah. 6 and 2 is graphite.
Hmm.
Cool.
Metals. Metal and blue is the theme here, so
Metals
I'm
and
down.
blues.
Nice.
that's very seaworthy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, and for weapon is 1d6 5. An agility weapon. What is an agility weapon?
I think something like nunchucks.
Ooh, nunchucks.
Oh.
Okay. I can work with nunchucks.
Or like a pull staff.
A pull staff. Or yeah, like maybe a 3-part staff.
Mm-hmm. It could be any number of things. A whip.
Ooh, whips are cool.
You're the Michelangelo.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do like a meteor hammer. Like those ball and chain things.
Like a flail? I don't know if that's the right.
Yeah, well, flail has like a stick for it.
Yeah.
But like a meteor hammer is like literally a heavy ball at the end of a chain. It's more often these days used for like show than for combat, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. There might be like a cooler way of saying this, but now I'll just stick with maybe someone in chat knows. Nope.
Is it in anything?
A name for this. I actually know it from real life is the problem that I'm like running into. So like it's hard to Google real life. That sounds so silly, but it's actually hard to Google like my friend is an expert in this. It's a Chinese martial arts weapon.
Is it like Kill Bill, the leader of the Crazy Eights has that chain or that ball on the end of a chain?
Yeah, I mean that's like a heavily exaggerated version of it.
Meteor hammer?
That's exaggerated of it? Is it like a shorter chain or like a
Yeah, well, I'll just stick with meteor hammer. That's close enough. I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
I don't have no idea if that's the right thing or not, but it looks cool. I'm gonna take it. It's a meteor hammer.
And what is it like fundamentally? Like
does.
Just a thing on the end of a chain?
It's just a ball with points on the end of a long chain with like a single-handed hilt.
Okay.
Well, typically no hilt, right? We've got literally.
Oh, it's all chain.
Yeah, it's all chain, and you like spin it around. I don't know, it's a spinning weapon. Belt agility. Cool. Graphite, meteor hammer. Oh, I get traits too, don't I? If I am graphite, who am I? What are the graphite suggested traits? Let's take a look. Beauty and leader.
We don't have a leader.
We do not have a leader. What does a beauty do? A beauty is someone who is extremely concerned with the appearances and how well they are regarded by others. Yeah, I'll take those. Beauty and leader. And then I'll roll for a third one. 2 plus 4. The tough, beauteous leader. I'll take it.
There is a pronoun section on the character cards.
That is awesome.
Okay, I didn't see that.
I should have put that on our Roll20 account because I didn't copy and paste the character cards. I made my own, and I put less thought into this than Riley did, clearly.
Oh, thank you, whoever put...
I just copied them over.
Yeah, thank you. Can I edit from here?
You should be able to just double-click as long as you're on the right layer, the Objects and Tokens layer.
Yep.
Am I? Oh, no, I'm not.
Okay, text.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I think... Okay. So let's just have a quick check-in. How does everyone feel about... Are we a pirate-themed group? or do we each have our own theme, or do we have a pirate broad theme and then like specific themes?
I'm personally okay with all being pirates, but at the same time, I'm also okay rolling individually because that's more D&D for a weird pirate guy to be with a whole bunch of angsty other people.
Yeah, absolutely. Nia, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm okay with being a pirate as well.
Marcus, you have an opinion?
Yeah. I still feel like we could like we have a group theme, right? But like within that theme, we could have our own like niches or whatever.
Ah.
Yeah, without like necessarily just being or just having like individual themes. Like overall, we're pirates, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So our group theme is pirate, but inside we have like each our own theme.
Yeah. Like we could potentially.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
Why not? That sounds just cool to me. I'm down. I'm just gonna roll a random theme and see what I get, just out of curiosity. 5 plus 3. Train.
Yeah, we might have to choose if we're gonna go like a cohesive theme.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's pushing it, but
the one that wasn't Zodiac that I rolled was Rescue, so I'm gonna go with Rescue.
Ooh,
Yeah,
a rescue theme. That's cool.
I'm the Rescue Ranger. Literally.
Okay, yeah, so we're doing like an overall pirate theme, but a sub theme as well.
Yeah, it might not need to be like mechanical or anything. Like our theme is pirate. My guy happens to look like this, rather than like we're choosing another theme entirely.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So
Yeah,
we just sort of pick what we want to look like. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a quick little round robin and just sort of check in with all our characters. And see who we all are. Marcus, you kicked us off with rolling, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Why don't you tell us about your character?
Yeah. Oscar looks like Oscar Isaac, but several shades darker in complexion. He has a middle part haircut that is long on top, shaved on the sides, but like cascades down his head. However much, not a ton, but yeah, it's relatively long. He has facial hair like the one guy from fuck, I forgot his name. The guy from Atlantis, Journey to Atlantis, the like bomber demolition guy. He has facial hair like that. Do we describe like suit and stuff too, like morphed form, so to speak?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Okay. So he's Aqua, and I think the overall I guess not theme, but like aesthetic of his suit is that he has like protrusions that look like coral, like Corsola I had described earlier, but they're all aqua. He has 2 on his head that look like that make him look like a lung dragon, kind of like with horns of that sort. And then they're all just like there's like smaller ones all over the rest of his armor too. He carries a chakram, which is a bladed like hoop. Yeah, I think that's it. He, him pronouns, loner, and smart.
Sounds good to me. Let's check in with Ash.
So in the Discord channel, I sent a picture of one of my characters. That is my avatar in a few different places. That's what Emma looks like, minus the frog on her head. She wears a set of nerdy glasses, long shoulder length hair that, well, a little bit past shoulder length, that she wears to the right. She's got a soft face, light skin. She's the Blue Ranger. She uses a wakizashi and likes to punch things because she can. She spends a lot of time on her computers and kind of understands how technology works really well. That's her thing.
Well, she's smart. Of course she does.
Smart.
Love it. And Nia, why don't you introduce us to Jenkins?
Okay. I'm still thinking about it, but so far I've got he, him pronouns, traits tough, noble, evil. He's a seasoned, well seasoned pirate. I just rolled the theme mythological, so I'm still thinking about that. But he's got a saber, titanium ranger. I think he's gonna be a. Actually, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it a little bit more. I think.
Okay, sounds good. We'll also see these things evolve during play, which I think will be very interesting. I am Corin, the Graphite Ranger. I use they them pronouns, and Corin is long red hair that is middle of back length that's normally worn in a ponytail. And Corin is constantly worried about how the world is going to react to pirates as heroes. Pirates don't necessarily have a good reputation, so Corin always takes the weight of the world upon their shoulders and worries about everything that's going on. And that's sort of how their leadership stands up to things. Yeah, and let's see, when transformed, I think graphite gray suit with like a hard jacket that is covering, sort of like a pirate's coat, and also a hilariously inappropriate 3-corner hat that just materializes on top of the suit. Doesn't quite make sense, but it works for some reason. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so let's just play a little and see what happens. We'll see how this stuff works out and how this comes in play. Okay, energy is a character's momentum. It's the numerical value that represents an audience's feeling towards a character. Characters earn energy in ways that are unique to their individual traits, represented by emotional and impactful scenes called in an episode called trait moments. Only one character per episode can use a trait moment, unless a character has also had a trait complication within that episode. So if one character's trait complication happen, 2 characters can have trait moments. Complications give the villain +1 energy, but it's also good for storytelling for the villain to have momentum at times. Trait moments can be both invoked and triggered. It means that you can sometimes say, I'm going to use my trait moment, or was that me using my trait moment? Either way, it works the same. Gives us some straightforward stuff there. Villains interact with these the same way, just with little tinge. After an episode completes, the groups will pick an MVP and a best moment. Blah, blah, blah. At any point when a character has at least 2 energy, you may assign them another trait. This trait allows them to use that trait's moment and complications as their own. It also just generally shows... Okay, that makes sense. We'll move forward. That's more moving forward. Characters defeated for good, non-hero, non-villain characters. Oh, villain generation. Let's make a villain. Sorry, we should make a villain first, shouldn't we? Am I wrong?
We should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who wants to roll for that villain? Marcus, you want to do it?
Yes, please.
2d6.
Here we go.
Oh God, I hope you get fish.
2
Sorry.
2 and 3.
Pets.
Pets.
The
Okay.
villain theme is pets.
She has ads.
I love it. And villain traits. Let's roll 2d6 again for some villain traits.
5 and 2.
5 and 2. Heart. So our villain has pets and heart. Let's give him another trait.
Well, they don't sound too terribly villainous yet.
2
and
and 4. Tough. Ooh, our villain's
Okay.
tough. So it says here that villain traits are different than normal hero traits. They have the same general traits, but they're understood much differently. Noble for a villain doesn't mean they'll do the right thing, but it does mean that they have a code of honor that they won't break. So let's look at what heart is specifically, just to make sure we're doing all this broadly, right? Heart represents the love that this character has for their team, the love they will receive back, and high emotional intelligence. Ooh, that's nice. It'd be nice if we had someone like that on our team. Whoever changed the card colors, I love you.
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna
just,
say
I'm
that's
just
great.
doing that. I'm sorry.
No, I just said I love you. Why are you apologizing?
Because I'm not that. No, I'm super lovable. Who am I kidding?
Okay. So I think we can interpret that as being like our. I mean, I don't know. Does anyone have any ideas about how to interpret heart in terms of a villain? Nia, do you have any thoughts?
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just thinking. You can go ahead.
Perhaps they're doing something for what they believe to be a just cause, like raising money for a puppy orphanage or something.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Does anyone have any other thoughts? Just to mix it up, get some more thoughts on it.
Maybe the villain isn't actually a bad guy to everyone else. It's just like they keep trying to get our team to open up because none of us have heart, and all of us are like, no, we don't want therapy. Fuck off.
So we're the villains?
Yeah, the villain's actually just a therapist.
The villain is just a therapist.
More antagonist than villain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe this villain is not a season villain, but an episode villain. Is that what you're proposing?
Yeah, could work.
Okay. Okay, so we got what do they have? They've got pets, heart, and what? What was the third? What was the other trait?
Tough, if I remember correctly.
Pets, heart, and
Tough.
Okay. This is going to be the evil therapist, or
Just the
maybe
therapist.
the therapist.
Oh boy.
They're the
Okay.
mom friend that everyone's like, I love you, but go away.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the red appears for. Is for that.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
That's why they're outlined in red, because they're the bad person.
Okay. Okay. And their theme is pets. Their traits are heart and tough. Okay. Well, maybe they'll be our villain for our first episode, or something. That we can always make new villains as we need them. That's certainly part of the modus operandi of the show. And then I guess we need a mentor as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nia, do you want to make the mentor?
Sure.
2d6.
2 and a 5.
Comedy. Our mentor is funny. Let's give him another trait.
All right.
And cute.
Aw.
Me too.
Our mentor is cute.
Cute and funny.
Cute and funny. Okay. I feel like our team is like a PR disaster waiting to happen. Like everyone's just trying to like, please don't be a PR disaster. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh my god. Is he a parrot? Oh my god, he might be a parrot. I love it. I love it. Is our mentor a parrot? I could see that. Yeah, I think our mentor might be a parrot.
A parrot? I thought you were saying parent. I'm like, yeah, with our team?
No, a parrot. It's cute and smart. He's a parrot. I love it.
So our mentor is a
Cute
man.
and funny. Our mentor is do we have a gender?
You were saying he, so we'll just roll with that.
That's inherent bias though, so whatever.
Wing
Okay.
days
It
out.
makes sense with our pirate theme that we have a parrot mentor. I love it. So sometimes we go and talk to the parrot.
Yar.
Yar. I'm guessing, I don't actually know this, but I'm guessing that JR Hop 364 in chat is actually J. Riley Hopkins. Don't know that. But hi, we're playing your game right now. Just a guess.
Whoa.
He escaped the pet store. Hey, Oh no, all my traits over here. Oh no, I fixed it. Don't worry, it's fine.
We're good. You got it. You covered.
Good. All
Fix-
is moderately acceptable.
Okay. Fair
I'm gonna disable the
enough.
grid 'cause it's really kind of annoying.
Good stuff. Okay, so let's look at actually how you play the game here. So we have a deck of playing cards. It's a digital deck, but it's a deck of playing cards. And we move 3 of the kings and then shuffle. Unfortunately, because I am lazy and didn't feel like programming this, you're not doing a very good job. But hi, Riley. Yeah, because I am lazy and did not program this, I did not remove 3 of the kings because that would take effort, and I'm lazy. If anyone else wants to do it, that's fine. But for now, we will just say, with our team, I think it is appropriate that the King of Hearts is the only real king. If we ever get a different king besides the King of Hearts, it doesn't count. Sound good to everyone?
Fair enough.
Sure.
I'm saying that because we have no heart. Okay. Choose who goes first. If no one volunteers, then the last person who watched TV does. Who watched TV recently? It's quarantine, so, you know. I mean, I guess I don't own a TV, so I don't really count. Anyone watch TV recently?
Last thing I watched was an actual play stream. I don't know if that counts.
Anyone watch any actual TV? Just curious.
I haven't.
Where did we put our mentor's traits?
We can make a new card for that.
There is already one made.
It's
on the bottom
comedy
right.
and cute.
Oh, comedy and cute. Our cute parrot mentor.
No weapon, no theme, no color.
I mean, I think his theme is pirates, but you know, and his color is red because he is a parrot, an escaped intelligent parrot.
Color parrot.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Do we have a name for him?
Parrot.
We're calling her Parrot.
Perry.
Parrot.
Perry. I can see Perry.
Much like the platypus, but not as cool.
Perry the platypus.
Hey,
Excellent.
you guys could adjust your Roll20 colors to be the color of your ranger.
Oh.
So I did that.
Okay. Cool. The player who goes first draws a card. That is the premise of the episode. That person who drew the card does the cold open for the episode, and then passes the card to their left, going around clockwise. Each player hits the individual beats of the episode. Each episode has 6 major beats. After the conclusion, the episode ends. After the episode completes, pick an MVP and a best moment as a group. Every character directly involved with the best moment gets 1 energy, and the character given MVP gains 2 energy. Then you draw the next card, and this repeats. Any player at any time can take their episode and turn it into the end game. We'll see how that works later. Playing a beat. The player who sets the scene action is an arbiter for the beat. They may decide who is in the scene, where the setting is, and the other rules question that arise. That being said, every player is a co-creator. Everyone must work together to create the story. Each other player may choose a character to play in the scene: hero, villain, non-central characters, anything. They don't have to be the same person you played in the last beat. If you recreate a scene, either from other media or another episode, give someone in that scene 1 energy if you go off script and do a beat dramatically differently. The villains get 1 energy. Interesting. Cool. Okay. So actually, we are not committed to our own characters. We can be each other's characters if we need to be.
Interesting.
But, more than that, we'll see how everything goes. Cool. Let's see how this works. Nia, you want to draw a card first?
Oh boy. Okay, sure. Which is.
You should be able to click and drag the deck. Do you see the deck?
Yeah.
There's that
Oh, I
card
see.
that pops out at the top.
Yeah, you should be able to click and drag. What did you get? An 8. So
Yeah.
this episode is a high concept episode. Cool. Anyone have any clue what that means in this context?
No, I was gonna ask.
I would imagine something where it's like friendship's magic is a high concept episode.
Mm,
But we can scroll down and probably read. Nope. We cannot. It ends
Cold
there.
open. The set piece is put into effect. Escalation, complication, overcome.
Okay.
I feel like this might not be a good one to start with.
I'm
Not
gonna
against it in principle.
Google
I
hard
would agree.
concept real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Just for the
try
future reference.
a different one.
So it's to the left, right?
Yep.
Okay, so from the left of Nia would then be Matthew if we're going straight across, or it would be me if we're going. Are we going counterclockwise? Which direction are we going to go?
Okay.
What's our organization here? Because it changes per screen.
That is very true. It depends on what screen we're on. Hard concept is a hard start. Yeah, I think that's probably true. Let's have Nia pick again, just for the sake of
Yeah.
rather than, I mean, unless we're confident that we can do a hard concept start. But okay.
3 of hearts.
3 means crossover episode. Cold open.
Nice.
A previous season's villain is here. The heroes are confused and beaten. Previous season's heroes come to the rescue. Retreat and characters interact. Group fight conclusion. Cool.
That one's. I think we'll have to save that one until we do other episodes.
I mean,
Unless we want to make
we
up
could
characters on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could pull it off. I think.
I am comfortable doing trying that. I'm comfortable trying that.
I think what we have to do is we have to, like, there are a lot of, let me think, there are a lot of like TV shows that don't have like a season 1 or like an episode 1, right? They just sort of start in medias res, and then like we just imagine the history of the world has been going on like this for a while, you know. So I think we can sort of imagine that like our pirate heroes are not the first set of pirate heroes.
Yeah, for sure.
Or something like that, potentially. Cool. Okay, so part 1, cold open. The previous season's villain is here. This might even be our origin story. Now that I think about it, we could potentially do something like that. I don't know. So Nia, do you want to set the scene and act as the arbiter for the beat? That means you're essentially the GM. You get to design a cold open. Who is here? And who do we get to play? Yeah, let's make something happen.
Okay, I can attempt to do so.
We're all learning.
I think it'd be kind of cool if the previous season's villain was none other than myself, none other than Jenkins.
Ooh, Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Jenkins went bad.
Okay, so we're on like season 7 at this point.
I love it.
Or maybe he started bad and then he got better.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
That's the whole therapist theme right there.
Yeah, okay, so that takes care of previous season's villain is here.
Yeah. So you gotta set a scene where we see the previous season's villain.
Right.
That's the idea, because we get 6 story beats. So we get 6 scenes.
Okay. And I didn't introduce Jenkins, but while I was sitting here, I will introduce him now. He has long, luxurious brown hair and an eye patch because he's got to have an eye patch. And most notably, he has a very long sealskin coat, and it is ethically sourced, but he doesn't tell anyone where he got it from, and that's what makes him truly evil.
Ooh. Love it.
And I think where we start is everyone is on. Why not? We're all on a pirate ship. It's a prop, though. It's not a real pirate ship.
Okay.
Everyone's there. Jenkins has shown up, and he's standing before the rest of the team. And he's requesting to come aboard.
Ooh.
Okay.
And what other characters are in the scene?
I think everyone would be there as he comes here. I think everyone would be there gathered together.
Including this season's villain?
No, I think it would be him and this season's team.
Okay. We've been through a lot, Jenkins. You've done a lot to us.
I know, but I've turned a new leaf.
It's not
We have
easy.
to work together on this new threat.
It's not easy to just forgive you after everything that you've done. I mean, you really hurt us.
I know, but I'm willing to make up for it.
And what will people think when they see you with us after everything that you've done?
I don't know. Maybe I could wear a wig. They won't recognize me.
Ooh, wig would look really good on you.
It'd be a shame to cover up my hair, though, I do admit.
Yeah, but an ombre wig would look really good.
Squawk. Maybe a wig. Sorry.
Oh, and I'll change the eye patch. I'll wear a white one instead. I think it would be
Clarification:
okay.
Jenkins is the one with the sealskin coat.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, something else you could do is tell us where you got that dang coat. Never shared it. It's evil. Evil.
Well, that's my secret to keep.
Do you know how cute I would look with that coat on, though?
Maybe if you let me join, I'll let you try it on. Maybe.
I'm sold.
Oscar, what do you think?
Oscar is
Jenkins was worse to you.
Oscar is in the back corner of this prop ship, puffing on a pipe that looks like a squid. He mutters under his breath to himself, ombre wig, titanium suit. Shakes his head and exhales a bunch of smoke. I don't care. And then Oscar will...
Bubble pipe?
It is not a bubble pipe. It is a tobacco pipe.
Wacky tobacco.
Yeah, sure. Halfling leaf. Yeah, and then Oscar will turn heel and go into the lower decks and then realize it's just a fake, hatch and doesn't open. Just goes back to his corner.
Well, I'll give you the best reason of all to let me join your team. Old Stinky Legs, your worst enemy besides me, is on his way here as we speak.
Stinky Legs? Oh,
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
thought we made Stinky Legs take a shower.
No, he just kind of took a washcloth and pretended.
This is a nightmare. Well, get on
That's what
board.
I'm
We'll have to
saying.
figure out what we're going to do about that.
Oh, finally. But I don't know. I was tracking you all down, and I don't really understand why you are inside of this abandoned amusement park.
It's an aesthetic, okay?
Is this your real HQ?
Maybe?
No, it's... Does no one listen when I explain things? This is...
No.
We're looking
Sorry,
for
you
a
were
model
explaining
for a
things?
new ship. After you destroyed the last one.
That was an accident.
That's what they all say when they break the stuff.
You were... That was not... And
You literally
Corin
kicked a
just
hole
sputters.
in the bottom of it.
I didn't mean to kick that hard. It's my bad. I have strong legs.
You stole the power of the sea.
I did. And?
Yeah, I got nothing to say about that. Yeah, they did. They did. It's true.
We all make mistakes. I mean, you remember that one time you had your pants inside out, Oscar?
They were reversible. I told you that time and time again.
But it was still a mistake.
It was not a good look.
Oscar starts crying a little bit.
Oh no!
You guys are
Girl,
cowards. It was an amazing look. Oscar, you're fabulous.
Thank you.
But if you start crying, I'm going to make fun of you too.
Oscar wipes his eyes.
It's okay. We all cry sometimes.
I cry when my outfits aren't good.
I cry when your outfits aren't good too.
Fair enough. Emma just kind of takes a step away.
Okay, I think that might be our first scene of our first episode. Does that
Yeah.
sound like an okay stopping point for that scene?
Yeah.
So we can see that we have a team. We're a little bit disjunct at this point. There's still some emotional friction. We need to resolve that emotional friction, obviously, at some point.
Mhm.
We'll see how that goes. Okay. Part 2 is my frame job, right? Or how are we doing this? We should
I
figure
believe
that
it says clockwise.
clockwise. Awesome.
So then
then-
it goes from me to you. Yes.
Okay. So I will frame the second theme. The heroes are confused and are beaten in the second theme of this episode. Cool. Well, let's see. So I think Stinky Legs has joined up with let's see. Stinky Legs has joined up with I don't know.
Maybe the therapist.
Yeah, that makes sense. Stinky Legs and the therapist have joined up. We're going to be defeated. Okay, cool. So this is going to be a scene where we lose. Cool, awesome. So Stinky Legs and the therapist have joined up, and the therapist has I don't know. I'm slightly at a loss.
Clipboard.
Yeah. No, I mean, let's see.
Clipboard.
We need like an action shot here, I think, on some level.
We were tricked into a coffee shop meeting with a therapist and Stinky Legs.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. We're tricked into a coffee shop meeting with a therapist and Stinky Legs, and the therapist. Ooh, how are we going to be beaten? Well, maybe not all of us are there. Ooh, you know what this is? I think that because of our team friction, Corrin and Jenkins are tricked into getting like group therapy or whatever, couples counseling. Not that we're coupled, but you know.
Fuck it. Full send. Let's go.
Yeah. So Corrin and Jenkins are tricked into this, and the person we are doing this with is the therapist in disguise. So who wants to play the therapist in disguise and Stinky Legs? We'll just start with the therapist in disguise.
Their theme is pets.
Yeah, their theme is pets.
Did we decide how that
and
manifests?
They are heart and tough, so they're an evil therapist, and they're going to win. They win this scene. So who wants to win?
I personally don't like winning.
Fair enough.
I'm weird.
Marcus, are you up for it?
Sure.
Okay. So Marcus, you're going to play the therapist, and Corrin. I'll play Corrin, and Nia, you play Jenkins, and Ash. Why don't you play? We're in a coffee shop, so why don't you play like all the extras in the coffee shop? Does that sound good?
Fair. That
Is that-
works.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Cool, awesome.
Marcus, could we swap over to the Moltoni overlay?
Yeah, for some reason my camera isn't coming up in it, but I will move over to it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'll try to get that sorted before we go to break here.
No worries.
Fair enough.
Just looks so cool.
Fantastic.
Okay, so this is our second scene. So let's try the second scene. So I think I was tricked into this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think I do that thing where I walk into the coffee shop and I get in line, and I'm heading to the front of the coffee shop. Corrin gets into and they get to the front of the coffee shop, and they order their drink. Mocha Frappuccino. And
All right, that'll be $17.50.
hands you money.
Hands you a money.
Hands you a money.
This is only one money. I need more.
Hands you 17 more money.
At 1750.
I'm sorry.
And looks up and says, "LA, man, too expensive." And then looks around and glances around the coffee shop and sees Jenkins sitting there, and then realizes this is a setup, and turns to leave. And then the coffee shop person, obviously, as I'm about to leave,
You forgot your receipt and your coffee.
right?
It'll be done in 30 minutes.
Fine.
Please have a seat. Next.
Hey, Jenkins.
Oh, hi. This is not a white chocolate frappuccino. It's black coffee. For sure. What did you get?
I don't remember.
Why so glum?
Were we being set up?
Oh, you and me? I'm not really interested in you.
No, like, is this, like, are we supposed to talk or something? I don't know. Oscar just sent me here. I assume that, like, he sent you or Emma sent you to work this out.
No, I just come here at this time every week. Wait, we're supposed to work it out? I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, really. You hurt me. You hurt people.
Yeah. I did.
You were evil.
I mean, I still, like, full disclosure, I still am a little bit, but maybe a little bit less so.
See, this is the thing. Like, here you are telling me that you're still evil.
But
like,
I'm very
trust
honest.
someone like that? How can I put someone like that on a team? We have an image to maintain. We're pirates. It's hard enough having a good reputation without you.
I'm sorry. Since when did evil and pirate not go hand in hand?
That's my point. That's my freaking point.
From a table over, the therapist is going to say, a lot to unpack there.
The barista walks up and hands the coffee to Corin. You never give me your name, so I couldn't yell it.
Corin.
Corn. Got it, Corn. Thank you. Walks away.
They just called you Corn.
You would find that funny.
Because it is funny. I think I'm a very trustworthy person. I'm very honest. I've always been very honest. So what if I'm evil?
What'd you say, lady?
Oh, I just said there's a lot to unpack there, it would seem. Did that make you feel any certain way?
Little annoyed. Who are you?
Did we decide on a name?
Nope.
I am the therapist.
The therapist?
The therapist. With 2 E's.
Oh no.
Pronounced with 2 E's.
I don't really need a therapist right now.
Oh, everybody needs a therapist. Especially now.
I think I'm good.
I kind of need a therapist.
Jenkins, what are you doing humoring this lady?
Why not?
You don't know anything about her.
Can I add a little moment to the scene?
Yeah, please.
At this current time, you all realize that the cafe is very quiet, and there's no longer a barista at the stand, and the doors are locked.
Hey, where'd everyone go?
Well, I guess this was a setup, but not between you and I.
Wait, Jenkins, did you do this?
No,
Is this your fault?
No, I'm always here at this time every week. Maybe I guess that's a bad habit to have.
Who are you?
At that point, the therapist will turn in her chair fully, where she was only facing off at the beginning.
Yeah.
She is sipping. She's sipping a really foamy latte and has a foam mustache, and is
nice.
petting a hedgehog in her lap.
Yeah, I was about to add. I was going to say a cat walks up holding a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
too.
there's a few animals too. Yeah, Just like
Yeah,
kind
a
of
couple more. Just kind of, you notice a couple cats.
yeah, like full on like Disney princess status. Um, like I said, I'm the therapist, and you're right. You have been set up. How does that make you feel?
Like I'm gonna kick your butt,
Feeling stabby.
and I kick back from the table and knock over a chair, and like pull a fighting stance. Wow, ready to go.
Yeah, the therapist will jump back in reaction. You alone, I
Yeah.
don't know, but together, I think you could be quite capable.
Hmm.
I don't
I-
need Jenkins to fight you, and I charge in single-handedly.
I start
trip
taking
over a
out my
turtle.
saber, but then I just put it away after he says after they say that.
Yeah, I trip over a turtle and like land face sprawling at the therapist's
Oh, that's
feet.
good.
I love it. Thank you, Ash.
Very,
Are you
very good.
sure you don't need any help, Corin?
It's Corin, and I
Corin.
stand up angrily and like try to punch the therapist.
The turtle is rolling over on its back helplessly.
The
I
therapist
feel
will.
guilty about this. Corin is
I'll,
like too
I will
angry.
go help the turtle.
What does the therapist do?
The therapist will dodge as Corin swings, and then will bounce the hedgehog off their forehead.
Yeah. Yeah. So the hedgehog like pokes Corin with a needle. That's what hedgehogs do, right?
I don't. Are they like painfully they're
pretty
prickly, right?
soft.
They're prickly. They're soft, right? Aren't they soft?
They're like
Never mind then.
They're like a soft prickly.
Okay.
They're not. They're
It
not full on
screams and
porcupine,
bites your
right?
nose as it throws.
Yeah,
It's thrown
perfect.
out. Nibbles on the nose.
Perfect. Bites like, ow, God! I try and like shake it off, and then like try and pull another combat pose. But again, like I start swinging and trying to punch at like creatures that are near me because apparently I'm a pet hater now. God, I feel horrible. But I keep on missing because like I am just like this. I'm just like they're too small and also cute, and so I hesitate, and like I don't want to really hit pets, and like they keep on dodging out of the way, and eventually there's just too many of them. I think.
Squirrels start coming through the window that was broken in the initial attacks.
Yeah.
Oh no, not squirrels. They get up on the counter. I don't want rabies.
Jenkins,
I
this is
can't
your
help-
fault.
It's not my fault at all. It's definitely yours.
Jenkins and Corin hear a door opening from in the back room as the barista comes back from lunch break.
You might want to change your pet policy.
Oh, that's a lot. She just turns around and goes and grabs a mop and doesn't even question the fighting and just goes and starts cleaning it up.
Yeah, and I think I mean I think I'm supposed to lose this scene, right? So I think that Corin gets overwhelmed by pets and is maybe captured.
I was actually thinking
Mhm.
the therapist wants Jenkins and Corin to team up, and that's the victory that they get.
Sure, but that would be
yeah.
like in 3 scenes.
We could say we're
Oh, yeah.
moving directly into the next part of the scene, which is the previous season's heroes come to the rescue.
Okay.
Because that does make sense given the situation.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh,
so
so
that
each
would-
card has
that would
each
be
card has a series of scenes. It's not one
Yeah,
scene per
each card
card.
has 6
Series
seasons.
of events.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
it
I
has
see. I
6
see.
events. Yeah,
Okay, so the loss here is just a straight up loss. Like Corin gets overwhelmed.
yeah.
Mhm. And that's the end of that section.
That's the end of that
And we'll go
section.
on to the next
Okay.
one, which is yours, Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
perfect.
Marcus. So you can set up this section however you want. The previous season's heroes come to the rescue somehow. What does that look like to you? What do you want to set that
Oh
up as?
man.
I'll say I think
Sure.
Corin has earned an energy from that.
I think we do that at the end of the episode.
Do they do that?
Pretty sure energy is calculated at the end of the episode.
Possibly. I'll double check the rules. on that.
Thanks, though, because I have no idea.
Yes, after the episode completes.
Cool.
So the previous
That's for
seasons.
MVP and best moment.
Cool.
So the previous season's heroes are not necessarily us or what we have as heroes.
Not necessarily. It could be anything. I
other
mean,
people
we
entirely.
could like a character from a convenient character from the past, or
Okay.
it doesn't even
Um,
have to be a previous hero. It could be a previous mentor. It could be
So-
really anything.
So Power Rangers has a pirate season eventually, and I think the one right prior to that was Samurai. And
Okay.
I was really, I thought that was a really cool one aesthetically.
Mhm.
So I'll say, yeah, it's like a collection of samurai uh, that are like that specialize in different weapons. So one
Mhm.
maybe has a meteor hammer, which I googled and it's just called a meteor hammer. I guess
There
I
you
had
go.
never heard of that. Yeah. But yeah, very cool. Yeah. So it's a bunch of samurai heroes.
Cool. Awesome. So the previous season's heroes are the samurai heroes. How many of them do you want to show up?
5.
Okay, 5 samurai heroes are going to show up, and who are they going to be? Like, what's the? So you get to set the scene. You get to say who's in the
Oh,
scene, and what's the scene. What happened? We know what happens in the scene, right? The previous seasons, heroes come to the rescue, but you can
yeah.
frame that sort of however you want. Are they physically there? Are they mentally there? Are they? I don't know. Like, what does it look like to you? What do you want?
And then everybody that shows up is somebody that has to be played in the scene.
Theoretically, we can sort of have
Oh,
more important and
available.
less important people.
Okay.
There are people who are available to be played in the scene.
I'll say there are 3 on site and 2 that are acting as like intel. Maybe
Okay,
have some like observations going on. Um,
sure.
the leader is his color is black. His theme is like or his traits are like leader and cool or something. Um, is not the type to cut down a bunch of pets.
No one is.
So I don't think you're right.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Um, so I think he helps in some other way. I think, or they, I guess, because we haven't decided gender. Will help by impeding the therapist by getting in front of the therapist, and then
Mhm.
the others will kind of form a protective barrier around Corin.
Yeah, cool. So the previous season's heroes are samurai. They come in and they block the therapist. One of them blocks the therapist's
Yeah,
view, while the others sort of perform a protective barrier, and then we are going to retreat.
yeah,
That sound like the scene roughly?
and they substitute in like they like there's a chair off in the distance or whatever or
Mhm.
across the room, and it's like puff of smoke, and then boom, there's a samurai ranger there. One drops
Nice.
from the ceiling, etc. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Do you want to play the leader samurai?
Well, the therapist is there, right?
Oh, yeah, but I mean, we're all going to be pulling double duty. Maybe. I mean, I guess Ash hasn't been in the scene yet as a focal point. Ash, do you want to play the leader samurai?
Sure. I'll play
Is
the
that
leader
okay?
samurai.
Yeah. Cool. I guess I'll stick with. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. But basically, we've got a whole bunch of people in the scene, so we may be all be pulling double duty a little bit. Cool.
Okay,
Let's see what happens.
So the leader samurai comes in also from the back. Secretly, was also a barista at this coffee shop because plot convenience, literally. Um,
Amazing.
I'm dumb. I don't apologize. So he walks in as he's tying his apron, looks up and sees the therapist, Corin and Jenkins, and immediately realizes what's happening. Takes it politely, stops putting his apron on, takes it off, gets the mop, another mop and bucket ready, reaches underneath the counter, grabs a pan, and throws it at the therapist.
Nice.
Nice.
You said from behind, right?
Yeah, from the counter.
So it totally connects. It's like dead on.
Ping!
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
sorry, did not mean to hit that well. Okay. He looks around for a second before just jumping over and going into it.
Yeah. So Corn's struggling on the ground. He's now like covered in small animals, trying to figure out how to break free in some way, shape, or form.
Gary,
Someone
the samurai leader, will help.
help me.
He starts to throw animals off and back at the therapist. Ow, squirrel! Yeah.
This
They
is where
s-
I draw the line. We can't keep using small animals as weapons. I don't like this. I'm gonna go open the door and start ushering the animals out.
There is a shattered window, I will remind you.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's sharp.
Fair.
There's just too many of them. She's too powerful. We should leave. We should retreat.
Then retreat. I gotta
Who
stay to
are
clean
you?
this. Gary?
Thank you, Gary, for everything.
Not a problem, friend. You wear a lot of gray. You should really spice up the colors.
It goes with my outfit.
Which is gray.
Yes.
Just go. Get out the back.
Yeah. Turns
Door's open.
turns and flees.
You two, other person who wears a slightly lighter gray, but it works better for you. You get the nice facial features for it.
Do you not see this luxurious coat?
I do. That's why it works for you. Get out.
Yeah. 1 second, and I have to go grab the hedgehog. I have to,
Okay.
and then I will.
That's
leave.
the evil. That's the evil coming.
I love it.
Taking
Grab the
someone's
hedgehog.
hedgehog.
I love
She
it.
used it as a weapon. Doesn't deserve it.
Gary just picks up a broom and starts sweeping up the broken glass, grumbling the entire time as he sweeps out the therapist.
Okay. That brings us back to Mia. Nope, that brings us to Ash. Thank you.
Hello.
I didn't skip you.
That's fine.
You get to frame
Treat and
the
characters
scene
interact.
where they interact.
All right. So as Corin and Jenkins leave the back of the cafe, they get in their car and drive back. They're about 10 minutes away, and they start having a conversation. As we reach 3 minutes close, we'll open the scene there as they're talking in the car, having been quiet most of the ride over. We'll just reprise roles here.
This is your fault, Jenkins.
Why do you always blame me for everything?
Why is it always your fault?
I was just there. I didn't do anything. Well, I have this hedgehog.
You stole her hedgehog?
She's
She's got to be able to track us through that.
The hedgehog doesn't have anything on it. She
You
threw
don't
it
know
at
that?
your face.
It's all small and fuzzy. It could have something hidden in
Exactly.
it.
Do you have anything hidden in you, hedgehog? He said no.
It squeaks.
You can't speak to hedgehogs. Don't make things up. This is the real world, Jenkins.
I'm aware. Gosh, you're much pricklier than this hedgehog. People wouldn't believe between you and me who the evil one is.
But
As you guys are finishing this conversation, you pull up at the defunct, abandoned amusement park that is now our home, apparently.
Yep. And I open it, and I see, obviously, Oscar and Emma.
Oscar and Emma are running up. Perry is on Oscar's shoulder. Oscar?
So who all is Jenkins is with you guys, right?
Jenkins and Corin is in the vehicle.
Yeah, we're hopping out.
You and Emma, Oscar and Emma are running up with Perry on the shoulder of you as Oscar.
Oscar will screech to a halt. Will slide to a stop.
Emma will slow down.
What is he doing here?
You were the one who wanted him back in the group.
I thought we were becoming friends again.
I thought so too. I even brought a hedgehog.
Oh my god, a hedgehog! She just runs over and grabs it. And
Be
starts petting.
gentle. It's been through a lot.
Emma is just making cooing and cute sounds towards the hedgehog for a minute as she pets.
Look, we don't have time for this. There's this new villain, this new person or something. They call themselves the Therapist. I don't know, but she showed up out of nowhere and she just assaulted us with animals like this hedgehog. And I mean, she would have captured us.
This hedgehog isn't evil. Wait, what's on your belly? Turns over the hedgehog to see a red blinking light.
Oh no! How did I not notice that before? It's the eye patch.
Hedgehog has a very evil look on its face. Emma pets the hedgehog on the chin and sets it down.
Is that a tracker or a bomb?
That's totally a tracker. You hear tires screech in the distance as another car pulls up with a lot of animals inside of it. It's like a full-on Dr. Dolittle moment as the therapist drives up.
This is definitely my bad.
There were some guys. They were there. They looked like samurai or something. They helped us out.
As you say that, Gary and two others climb out from a nearby shack, which is so right across the just down the dock from where the pirate ship is the old samurai gift shop
Okay.
that they have used for their base without us knowing, because there's a fence that blocks it.
Great.
So they open it in full LARP gear as they close the distance between our party, their party, and the therapist as she's driving up in a truck.
Hey, Gary, come over here. Over here.
Hi. Okay, we're gonna. All right, guys, LARP's off. Let's go. They just start running.
The
Where are you
therapist stumbles
Start
out of the
running
car.
towards you.
Her head is now wrapped. There's a huge goose egg under the wraps, and she's carrying the pan that was thrown at her head.
No.
Oh no, we're gonna have to do something. A fight now. All right, little hedgehog, go. Just ushers the hedgehog away, who just kind of like snuggles into the ground. All right, so this area's off limits. Everyone move away. As Emma just walks backwards. So the therapist is currently out of her vehicle.
Yeah,
kinda
she
like-
is ambling toward Gary, kind of pointing the pan at her,
Adam.
at him. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. So I think that's the end of this scene because we're about to go straight into the group fight. I don't think there's going to be any talking between the therapist. She looks like she's out for blood.
Which one was
cool.
that again? The two teams meet or converse.
Yeah, the characters interact.
Okay, cool.
And now we're on to the group fight. Nia, you are framing the scene, although I don't know how much framing there is to do.
Yeah, it's kind of been done, but the therapist is about to clash with Gary for Gary's previous pan-related assault. And I'm guessing the other LARPers, Samurai, will join Gary in battle.
Gary, Barry, and Larry.
Gary, Barry, and Larry all join in against the therapist. The therapist animals also come rushing in a huge wave of furry creatures. Yeah, furry tsunami. But conveniently, there's also sparking, and it turns out these animals are also mechanical, so it's totally okay if we kind of smash them a little bit. The hedgehog's real though.
Okay.
So don't hurt the hedgehog, but
Hedgehog is real. Don't hurt the hedgehog. Got it.
yeah.
Totally down.
Hedgehog's the only fluffy one.
Yeah, the therapist has mechanical pets. I love it. It makes sense. Okay. So, yeah. So I think Corin looks over and says, "There's too many of them. They'll get overwhelmed. Guys, we need to work together."
Yeah.
Gary will bring up his arm and that flexing Arnold Schwarzenegger meme type of thing.
Yeah.
With Corin. We got you back. Right, Barry? Right, Larry? They both just kind of, I guess.
By the power of the sea. And I do my morphing dance or whatever it is.
Okay. Gary, Larry, and Barry all just kind of step back and look very dejected.
Yeah. I get the feeling that our samurai were a more sarcastic season and we're a more earnest season. Just guessing. The vibe.
Oh no, they're doing the thing.
Yeah. And so I show up in my morphing outfit. My awesome graphite morphing outfit with a pirate hat.
Emma does a Sailor Moon dance and ends up looking like a Blue Power Ranger, but with a skirt.
Oscar follows suit. He does it off where nobody else can see because he has to do it earnestly, but he doesn't want anyone to watch.
I love it.
Don't watch, don't watch. Look away, look away.
Yeah.
I love it.
Jenkins does the same, but he's still wearing his coat at the end of it.
Nice.
What if Jenkins' entire thing is he just pulls the coat in and there's a zip on the inside, and that's the suit?
That is exactly what happens.
Fair enough. Okay.
He was always wearing the suit. Okay. I love it. It's not a dance. Jenkins is left over from last season, clearly. Okay. Yeah. So, guys, we have to do this together. And I like reach out and grab like Jenkins' hand.
Oh,
Together.
okay.
Do we have to do the hand holding thing? That's kind of weird.
Yes. No,
Makes
we
it really
do.
hard to fight.
Oh, sorry. Fine.
No, I totally
Emma.
ship it. I totally ship it.
No,
But
No,
join
it's
in
not.
because it's weird if you don't join in.
it's weird anyway.
No,
And Emma
it's
just
fine.
takes a couple steps away and draws her wakizashi. And just starts walking towards the mechanical creatures.
Oh, the therapist is getting pretty close
bye.
to Gary at this point.
Yeah, I think Gary's drawn a sword and shield and is just going at it with the therapist. You know what? I'm pretty sure Gary's actually proficient in Pan. I'm gonna give him a cast iron skillet for this battle.
Skillet be skillet.
Nice.
Yeah, they're actually just a team of cooks who LARP
Oh
samurais on
god, yeah,
weekends.
yeah.
Oh god, I love it.
So Larry
The
will
rolling
grab,
pin.
Yeah,
the
Larry grabs the
skillet.
rolling pin. Gary's got the skillet, and then Barry has a
Like a
bag of
bar-
grapes
A bag of grapes. Okay. Yeah.
Like they work
Take
in
the
like
juice. The juice
because
is
he's
you.
very.
do they like work in like a hibachi or like noodle shop or something on their free time and like their
Something like that.
samurai Power
Oh my
Rangers?
Yeah, no,
That's
Yeah,
that's very very
Barry's
cool.
the only one who doesn't work at the same shop. He used to, but he
That's
transferred
awesome.
to the Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
know
gosh.
that this show started with them all being in high school, but the show lasted like 10 years, and like, well, God, these actors
Oh,
look like
that's
adults
awesome.
now. So,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
they
so
all got a
good.
job working at the noodle shop or whatever.
That's so
Yeah.
so good.
Just extremely written off
Yep.
side characters now. They have a spin-off show on Adult Swim though.
Mhm.
I love it. Okay. Yeah, so Corin just charges in with his meteor hammer and starts swinging away and slashing at the various pets, robotic pets, no hedgehogs, everything.
The
Trying to-
backroom crew is what I'm calling the samurai guys. The backroom crew go at it with the therapist, while Emma will attack a bunch of just mechanical evil bitey squirrels.
Okay.
Jenkins, Oscar, what are y'all doing?
Jenkins is joining the battle with the therapist. He's very upset about the hedgehog incident still.
Oscar will be picking off robotic pets from afar with his chakram. I don't know if that's a throwing weapon, but yeah, he's gonna do that.
It is in many video games.
Yeah. I should have said that the like flying guillotine from the old kung fu movies.
You can definitely change it as you see fit, but
It is intended as a throwing weapon, but doesn't need to be used that way.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so he's throwing him.
sounds good to me.
What if
Yeah.
his chakrams are actually just trash can lids that have been sharpened?
Yeah.
We're heading that way. Okay, cool. Good. So there we are, doing our thing, throwing our weapons around and destroying mechanical bats. But we all know that this is our first fight of the season, so we don't go all
Yes.
out, and the therapist doesn't go all out. And really, what this is about is like a passing of the torch. So I think that like Corin like fights his way over to Gary, and
Okay.
like I'd love to have like a little team up moment where his frying pan and my meteor hammer work together somehow.
This is Nia's scene.
It is Nia's scene. You are totally right, and I apologize.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just reminding her just in case she wasn't remembering. Wasn't sure what's happening.
Right. Well, then I think at this point the therapist being affronted by the what did you say? The back what are the samurais
The back
called?
room crew.
The back room crew.
That's the Adult Swim
And-
show.
and Corin. And I think Jenkins is also involved. I think she's finally meeting her end, and Oscar has Emma have made good headway on the sea of robotic animals.
I would like it if Larry and Emma went to Corin's car and grabbed out a laptop
Let's do it.
and did an EMP to kill these little creatures faster.
I love it. Does that sound good, Nia?
That would
Yeah.
be me invoking the smart thing trait, not ability. I don't what the fuck is it called.
Trait. I think you got it. the first
Trait.
time.
Yeah, trait. You're right the first time.
Yeah, the trait. I'm invoking the traits moment for her.
Mhm.
Just
Sounds
the
good
right
to me.
gadget for the situation.
Works for me. Absolutely. Cool. And that destroys them all. Does the therapist respond to that? Who's playing the therapist? Marcus, you're the therapist right now?
Yeah. Is there a better word for hysterics that isn't like, doesn't have the history that hysterics has?
Let's see.
The therapist is distraught, like heavily distraught.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The therapist is distraught by the demise of her many robotic friends that she handcrafted. And she just with a look of pure rage in her eyes, stalks toward Gary, holding up the pan that he threw at her initially, and says, I've deemed you to be a threat to yourself and others," and starts swinging wildly.
Yeah, and I think Corin dives in there and just pulls the chain apart on his meteor hammer and like blocks the pan with the chain. No, he helped me.
It'll be successful, I think, and then the therapist will use that momentum of having been blocked and then the chain having a little bit of slack to it to bring it back around.
Oh yeah.
This time on Corin.
Yeah, I mean Corin. I don't think Corin's in position to block that.
Oh, you don't think so?
Well, maybe.
Yeah. What's the end? What's the terminus here? How does this?
Well, at some point we win.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd be
That
comfortable
brings
with
you
Corin
closer
having
to
a. Okay.
I feel like in a moment like this is about teamwork in some ways. So if I block the attack against Gary, then someone else has to block the attack against me.
Sure,
maybe?
sure. Yeah.
But I don't.
Yeah. So the therapist is moving to strike Corin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someone else want to save Corin, or does Corin?
Yeah, no. Corin gets shot in the head. No.
Oh my god!
I think Gary will kick Corin out of the way and take the blow.
Ooh, takes the blow. No, Gary, are you hurt?
What was the attack? Was it a pan?
Yeah, like cast iron skillet. I think you said.
It was Gary has a cast iron skillet.
Oh, okay. So yeah, just a pan.
So that would have been
I
like
guess.
a standard pan. So it bonks him on the head, knocking his helmet off.
Oh.
I think blood starts to trickle down the back of his head, and he reaches and sees it and is like, "Is that the best you got?" As I believe the therapist then hits him again, knocking him unconscious, possibly, or killing him.
Yeah, maybe
There is
just.
character death.
Do we want Gary to perish?
We can.
That certainly sets up the season.
Yeah, the previous season's hero dies.
Maybe he's just taken out of action for a very long time.
That seems fair.
Defeated for good.
He's knocked unconscious or whatever.
Yeah.
He's
knocked out for a few episodes.
Yeah.
With his helmet off, his glasses are exposed, and the therapist hits him smack in the middle, and they shatter.
K.O.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, not Gary. He made
Jenkins,
the
I can use my chain as a spring. Jump on.
Alley-oop?
Yeah, and I fling Jenkins towards the therapist using my meteor hammer's chain as fast as I possibly can.
I think the therapist is not paying attention. I think the therapist was focused on Gary and is now open to attack.
Yeah, I have my saber held high as I bring it down on the therapist.
And I think because this is like a TV show, right? I think the therapist doesn't die. I think the therapist, like, I don't know, what's the therapist's protection mechanism? Does the therapist like teleport to their own home planet when they're defeated, or what happens?
It could just be like straight up like Power Rangers where nobody ever like there's no blood, there's just sparks like no matter what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, the therapist is thrown off their feet, thrown like
Yeah.
like 10 yards or something, and
Yeah.
sparks fly out of them inexplicably.
Yeah. Perfect.
This was a robot. Brr. Wouldn't she have been destroying the MP2 then?
Yeah.
Ah.
Even humans emit
Buttholes.
sparks. Nobody in the Power Rangers universe has blood. It's all sparks.
Yeah. It's also it's Power Rangers. Plot holes are fine.
Yeah.
It's not like anything in Power Rangers makes sense anyway. All those shots make no sense. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Well, does that feel like the end of the scene then?
For the group fight, I believe it does.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
my opinion, I feel it's a good one.
Okay. Okay. And then we set up the conclusion.
Which is on you.
Right. Okay. Well, I think well, Gary's out of commission. So I'm gonna have Barry give some wise advice to Corin on leadership, and then Corin is gonna go apologize to Jenkins for treating him badly and saying always that he was like, and for being mean. And we'll have sort of flat out character growth. Does that sound appropriate to everyone?
Yeah.
Who wants to play Barry and Larry, or Barry and Larry? All right, why don't Ash and Marcus?
I've
Why don't you
played the
both play Barry?
backrooms. I don't want to play backroom anymore.
Okay, Marcus,
What
why
do
don't you
you
play
think?
Barry or Larry,
Yeah.
whichever one you want.
He doesn't have a color yet, right?
Nope.
All we know is Gary was red.
Barry will be blue.
So I think I'm like outside the coffee shop at the time that Jenkins is not always in the coffee shop, according to Jenkins. And like I'm sort of
Oh, so you guys have gone back to the coffee shop?
yeah, it's it's the next day or whatever.
Okay.
And I'm sort of moseying around outside, sort of like trying to build the nerve to go on in.
There is a
when
freshly
Barry-
installed glass window.
When Barry approaches.
I've never been the leader of the backroom boys, but I've picked up a little bit watching Gary. He's a good leader. Backroom crew, thank you. He's a good leader. And I think you have the makings of one too. And you're on the right path. So all you have to do is follow through.
But it's
I think you cut out a little bit.
it's hard. It's
Oh.
hard to cut. It's hard to follow through.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's also worth it.
What if Jenkins doesn't forgive me? I treated him so poorly.
That happens. People refuse to forgive. You have to be willing to accept that if you accept that you've harmed them. But I know Jenkins, and he has harmed you too. So he's probably going to be maybe a little bit more receptive to apology if he's trying to turn over a new leaf.
Any word on how Gary's doing?
He is going to be out for a while. He special orders his glasses from overseas. They're the only ones that he will wear. He refuses to wear anything else. So he's fine. But we're going to be
Emil
out of
walks
commission.
out from the cafe while this conversation is happening. Looks over and stops and just, what a hipster. And keeps walking. Sorry, I had to.
You're the comedy
No.
tech. I love it. It makes sense.
No, that was a setup. I was hoping someone would be like, oh, this fucking guy. Yeah. He'll be fine. We'll be fine.
You're right. Thanks, Barry. And thanks to the whole backroom crew.
Did you know your hideout is right next to ours? I didn't notice until the fight. We're separated by like a fence.
Yeah, it's like 4 feet.
Yeah, that's kind of funny, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I got to go do this.
Yep. See ya. And then Barry unceremoniously turns heel and scampers off.
Emma pulls up in a bright pink, hot, like a 2003 Volkswagen Bug
Yeah.
to pick up Barry and drop him back off at work.
Yes.
I love it. And Corin just walks in to the coffee shop and goes and sits down across from Jenkins. Hey,
Sup?
Jenkins.
Sup?
Hey, I've
Tough
been
battle.
yeah, it was, right? It felt good to be fighting alongside you rather than against you again, though.
See, that's what I've been saying this whole time.
Yeah. Hey, I'm really sorry.
You are sorry? For what?
I don't know. I guess I just feel like I've been like maybe treating you differently since you got back. Being a little hard on you.
That's okay. You should be. I don't think you should. I don't think you have to apologize. But
Well, I mean, I do though, cuz like I feel like the fact that I was hard on you hurt the team, and we all have to find a way to work together, you know?
Well, if that's your reasoning, then I will graciously accept your apology. It's not like I gave you many reasons to trust me. I didn't feel like giving you some sob story about how I've changed my ways would be genuine, and it's just not my style.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's really not. Your style is cool seal coat. And apparently, do you have a hedgehog in your sleeve?
Maybe?
Is it the same one?
No. I kind of hide my arm.
Did you at least remove the tracker?
Of course. I mean, I don't have a hedgehog in my sleeve.
Can I see it?
Hmm. 1 second. I kind of open my sleeve and say, "Hey, do you wanna come out?"
It
Okay.
squeaks negatively.
Oh, he doesn't like you still. You'll have to
What's
work
their
on
name?
that. I'm gonna name. I think his name is gonna be Squeaky. That's all he really does is squeak.
Squeaks affirmatively.
Well, Squeaky, you're really cute.
Hey, they said you're cute. Now do you
Squeaks
want to come out?
affirmatively.
Okay. I kind of just open up my sleeve and drop the hedgehog onto the table between us.
Skitters over.
Pet him.
Sniffs his hand. Their hand.
Yeah, and
Turns around and shits in it.
Okay. Nice.
yeah.
Sorry.
And I mean, I feel like that's the perfect ending of the episode. I mean, am I wrong? I feel like that's the perfect ending of the episode. So that's where we'll end that episode.
I'm sorry.
No, it's totally perfect.
I had to.
That was just the first one, right?
Yeah,
That was the first episode. It
Yeah,
was
so the
2 hours, almost, an hour and a half. We can do one more.
Yeah, easily.
yeah, talk about it.
Let's take a brief break though. I need water.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
me
we'll
too.
take we'll take our break here, and then come back and do another episode. Heck, depending on how it goes, we might do 2. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
So, because we also do
Mhm.
character creations for that. So, cool. Back in 10. Hey world, we're back. It's good to
Howdy.
be back. Oh, all good things. And we're gonna dive right back into another episode. Let's make another episode of this wild thing. Technically, play is supposed to continue in a certain direction, but I don't really think we need to do that. I feel like that was a Jenkins and Corin centered episode,
Absolutely was.
and so I would like to do an episode. I would propose that whoever draws the card, we make the episode about Emma and Oscar more, as it were.
I do believe so. Nia did the first one, so it would be you next. I believe.
Oh, well, then I get to pick anyway, so I might as well do it. Well, I will draw a card. I get the Queen. What is the Queen episode? The new hero reveals. Okay, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go back in time with this episode, if that's okay.
All right.
Are people cool with that? Yeah, it's a flashback. And I think we are going to see Oscar, how you gained the power to morph. How you became the Aqua Ranger. Or whatever. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Work for you? Okay. So, Oscar, what's your day job?
Oh boy.
Or what do you do in your living? Like, what's your life like? Day job.
Oscar is a software developer, smart loner.
Okay. Smart loner, software developer.
Yeah.
In LA. Because we've pretty much established that we're in LA now.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
1750 for a fucking cappuccino.
He probably commutes, somewhere up north.
Yeah. Okay. So you're commuting, and I think our opening scene is our opening shot is you. How do you commute? Do you drive? Do you ride the bus? It's LA.
Does LA have a train? Probably, right?
Yeah, sure. It's fictional LA. It's not real LA. We can have whatever we want.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's a maglev train, like every
Awesome.
civilized nation has. Yeah, civilized isn't the best word, but yeah.
Cool. So I think our characters are Oscar and I'm just gonna generate a new villain because I think I need a new villain. For a second. 2d6. Shocking. 5 and 4. Evil. Perfect.
Why don't we just use Jenkins, considering at this point in time Jenkins isn't a friend necessarily?
Ooh, I like it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Jenkins is our villain. And Jenkins right now, let's see, you have an evil plan to do something. And it involves you recovering some sort of artifact from a dig site. And Oscar is on the maglev train, and for some reason there's a train stoppage, probably a magical like explosion from Jenkins, and the train stops, and Oscar sees something that Oscar shouldn't. And so I think our scene will be Oscar and a couple of passersby and Jenkins. That makes sense? Everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Good by me.
Cool. So Oscar, it's you on a train. The train slows, and you go over the train. It's gonna be a minute, folks. There's some debris on the train or some sort of electrical surge. We've just gotta check our things and make it work. We'll get back to you and get you on your way as soon as we possibly can.
I imagine people are groaning and moaning about this announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
course
And
so.
Oscar puts his other. He previously only had one in. He puts his other earbud in and continues typing away on a wrist computer that he has mounted on his arm. Totally focused on his current project.
Whoa! What's that? Says a stranger and points out the window. Jenkins, what are you doing?
So I have exploded a train. Is that what? That's
I mean, you can have if that's what you want to have done.
Collateral damage. Here we go. It was the empty train.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Just the one empty one.
Okay, Jenkins drops down from a convenient high ledge and walks through the billowing smoke, his coat floating behind him.
Fabulously.
And fabulously, very fabulously. And he takes hold of a man who's sitting maybe next to Oscar, maybe in the seat over,
Mhm.
who's wearing very traditional archaeological
Mhm.
clothes.
Yeah.
And he takes him by the collar and says, "I know you have it.
What? What do I have?
The jewel."
I'm sorry, you must be mistaken. I don't know anything about the Jewel of Satora.
"I don't believe you. You're coming with me." I throw him over my shoulder.
Help! Help! Someone, please! Someone has to help! If not
Emma,
you, then no one.
Emma, who's been in the train the entire time but has been ignoring everything,
Mhm.
paying attention to her book, looks up as she's hearing screams of help and looks over and sees to Corin, who's just across the street, who not just across the street, just across the train, doing the exact same thing.
Mm.
Kicks him in the shin.
What?
It's Jenkins.
My shit.
Hey, Jenkins, hi. Why today? It's Monday, man.
That's the best day to cause trouble.
All right. Emma does the Sailor Moon thing.
Yeah, and Corin follows with his morphin dance thing.
I think we have done all three of the starter pieces in this scene.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, we well, maybe this is a short episode.
Who needs
Nothing
to
wrong
be
with that.
in focus?
Yeah, it can be a short episode. Yeah. So the new, let's see. So well, we could expand it outward
That's
too.
really good focus on my camera.
It may get in focus again.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay, you're just blurry forever. Okay.
It's fine.
It could be a short episode. We can make do with that. So let's see. Yeah. So Corin stands up and does his morphin dance and tries to tackle our Jenkins.
Smoke bomb in the face.
Oh no! How could I possibly see through this nefarious smoke bomb?
Aha!
Emma will grab out of her bag a headphone extension that's like 8 feet long, plug her headphones into it, swing it around like a whip, a lasso towards Jenkins. So we're in the third scene
That's
now.
what I'm
I
wondering.
have no idea anymore.
So it was at Matthew, so then it would go to Marcus.
Yeah, so Marcus, this is your scene.
Okay, Marcus, this is your scene.
And what is it?
I guess so. I don't know. I've lost track a little bit.
We kind of just went through it.
What's the
I think our
premise?
desire, I think it's interesting because I think our desire to sort of get things moving faster is sometimes stepping on the arc of the game a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely
The story
seems that
beats.
way.
Or the scenes at
we
least.
Yeah, we make things happen faster than they should, which is
Mhm.
interesting. Sorry, just because we're going to be talking about the game in a minute, I won't continue that. We can talk about that later. After
So now the new character is being saved by the heroes, Marcus. So Emma has just tried to use her headphones and headphone extension as a lasso to grab Jenkins or the guy that is currently on Jenkins' shoulder.
And this is the new premise that the new hero is being saved by the
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
new
yeah.
hero being Oscar.
New character is saved by the
Yeah.
heroes, yeah.
Okay. So Oscar this entire time has still been typing away on his computer. By his appearance, you would think that he had not noticed anything. And he's muttering to himself, too many bugs for a stable build. I'll have to use the beta. He presses something with finality on his keyboard, closes the latch, and then does his own Sailor Ranger dance and transforms for the first time and it's like
Oh, so give him to
super.
the end.
Yeah. uh, oh,
why not?
the whole
Not
scene,
even-
the whole, or not the scene, the whole episode was that like how he gets his first thing.
That was the power. The getting the power to morph is like the end of the episode.
The fifth.
Yeah, so we could say that he's not necessarily getting them now, that they're not functional entirely,
Yeah.
but they're kind of a ghost of what he's going to get.
Sure.
The chakram, he has two, but they're super thin and like not
Yeah.
at all functional. Like he throws them and they don't come back like his core ones do. So yeah, he does his transformation and tries to run up to Jenkins.
Emma, who's that guy helping us?
Looks like some weird techie.
He
Anyway,
fights pretty well.
Yeah, probably. Let's just come on. Let's go. Let's go help him.
Yeah.
Because I think at this point Jenkins is just like beating the shit out of Oscar.
Yeah. So we get
Yes.
in and we start trying to defend Oscar. And while this fight is going on, I just say, Oscar, sorry, who are you? What's your name?
Towards Oscar.
Towards Oscar. Marcus?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, I don't know if he says anything at this point.
Just screaming in pain.
Yeah, because he's like you say, he's good at fighting, and I think like he's performing well enough that he looks like he's good at fighting, but nothing is landing, and like his equipment is so shoddy that nothing is like it's not giving him the augmentation that it would normally. So he's struggling like enough that he is not able to carry a conversation.
Yeah.
Fellas, I think he's a bit occupied.
We can't let you take that gem,
Yoink!
Jenkins.
Emma will just jump off the side of the subway car to grab the person that Jenkins is holding.
How very rude of you.
It's rude of you to pick people up without permission.
I guess. But I have a reason. This will probably be
Did you
rude too.
ask?
No, I did not.
Then it's not a good reason.
No, I...
Emma says that she yanks the guy out of his hands.
Well. And then I think at this point Jenkins
That
would
actually
try
fits her
and
theme.
grab Oscar to hold him hostage.
I don't think it's too hard because his suit is crappy at this stage.
Oh no, they've got Jenkins. He has someone else.
Yeah, I don't really want this one. Can I have that one back and then you can have this one?
How about you just go away? It's a Monday. Can we just do this tomorrow?
I'll go away after a...
I'll buy you coffee.
That's very tempting, but I really need the gem.
A
but
coffee. It's
Nah.
Monday.
Nah.
All right, fine. Emma will just rush forward and try to beat the shit out of Jenkins.
New guy, do you have any ideas?
As he's being choked.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like in a chokehold right now, and he chokes out no.
Yeah. No.
So I think I run up and I think I tackle Jenkins. But my purpose is not to tackle Jenkins. My purpose is to whisper in the new guy's ear. And I just say, if you're brave and true, then swear by the power of the sea.
Where are we at on expletives on this show?
On our show, we're fine. You can,
Okay.
you can do whatever.
Yeah, Oscar chokes out. That sounds fucking stupid.
Right? Thank you.
Just
Thank you.
believe.
In the ocean.
Emma just punches Jenkins in the fucking face.
Oh no, not the moneymaker.
That's your money maker, honey. You're broke.
Rude. Very rude.
That's the tough.
I think you actually hurt my feelings.
Well, then go away. I won't hurt them.
I can't. I need that gem. Where
Why?
is he?
Why do you need it?
For
Just monologue a little bit, so I can wake up.
Nah.
It was worth a shot. So,
Oscar, do you have a moment? Marcus?
Oh, Oscar. Yeah, that's my character. Huh?
Yeah.
I think he's still just totally at a loss because Corin is telling him to say that he believes in the sea or whatever, as if that's not something that like exists. And
Yeah, fair enough.
So let's just say the beats don't need to be in order, because
Yeah.
I don't see anything that says they do or do not, and therefore
I mean-
we are in
Right.
line.
Are they numbered?
They're not numbered; they're just in
Oh.
a list.
They're in a
Top
list
bottom.
and they occur in order. I mean, I think they're supposed. I mean, they all
They're
open with a
supposed to.
cold open. They end with a conclusion.
I think the ending and the beginning are the only ones that really matter, because it's like the newbie tries to interfere with the villains happened, which was
That's fair.
Jenkins doing the morph.
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
character saved by the heroes. He gained the power to morph earlier. I think at this point we're like through technically all the beats.
Sure.
Oh, okay. I'm accidentally not yes-anding here. You're trying to get to the saving part of this scene.
No, I'm
Well,
trying to figure out what the hell where the fuck we are in this structure.
I mean, I'm trying to get somewhere. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the story structure, right? And it says that
Yeah.
like obviously this gem, I guess, is our MacGuffin for the episode. It's that's
Yeah.
the villain. If the villain has the gem, Jenkins has the gem, then Jenkins is in the position to defeat the heroes.
And then
Right.
the new character is saved by the heroes, but there's no the way that's structured on there
Mhm.
is really confusing, because it goes
Yeah.
new characters introduced, villains are in a position to defeat the heroes, new characters saved by the heroes for
Yeah.
some reason. Newbie tries to interfere with the villains, and then they gain the power to morph. It doesn't seem like there's actually specifically an order here,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think
No,
it's
you're
just that
not
that the connecting parts are just like not explicit.
Mhm.
Like it could be anything. It's kind of up to us, right?
Yeah.
So are we saying we're at? Are we on the saving part? Like you guys are saving?
Yeah, this is the saving moment, and then we'd go to the conclusion since we've already hit every other beat.
Or you gain the power to morph for real, since you sort of gained the power to morph fake life. You know?
Yeah.
That was sort of
Yeah.
that was where I was going with like.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to like, ooh, maybe he gains the power to morph here. If he just says he believes in the sea, whatever.
That is skipping to the end though, right? In this case.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've
we
been so out of
said-
order that like it's hard to
This
tell
is
where we
very
are.
yeah. This is a very confusing episode for everybody, especially the writers.
Clearly, the writing staff of this group didn't see the original footage, and so they had to write something, and then they had to do the other footage out of order to make it make sense.
Just like actual Power Rangers. That's awesome.
Exactly.
But I mean, I think that this is an episode about Oscar. So Oscar, why don't you like choose where we go with this? Well, Marcus,
So,
why don't you choose where we go?
I'll give you the rundown. I think right now is you're being in a chokehold by Jenkins, while
Yes.
Corin is hugging you and tugging on you and telling you to believe in the power of the sea,
Which
and a girl in a really like dark blue suit with a skirt over it, like a poofy like ballerina skirt, is
Yeah.
punching the shit out of the guy that's holding it.
Okay.
How is your character reacting to this?
It's so much. So much.
Maybe the gem like slides out of a paper bag and rolls on the floor towards you, or something like that. If you want
And
that.
and we had decided that Jenkins has the gem because we opened with
No,
Jenkins
so the
looking for
character
the-
that Jenkins grabbed, which honestly probably should have been Oscar,
Yeah,
um,
that would have been
had
better.
the gem. We could
But-
retcon that so it was that way by having the gem secret. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. It's Sorcerer's Stone type of moment. The gem now is suddenly in Oscar's pocket, and you feel it.
Ooh.
Okay.
You feel the power
Yeah.
of the sea calling to you from the gem in your pocket.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
Is that
Yeah.
a gem in your pocket?
I feel something. Nice. I feel something in my pocket. I reach
Yeah.
for it. I pull it out, running out of breath. With
Yeah.
my last breath, I choke out. I believe in the power of the sea. Just
Okay,
barely
so-
getting it out.
Okay, that's the
I-
character being saved by the heroes. We're going to go then to the power to more.
So now you have the
Just
real power.
straight there. Okay.
Yeah, right
Okay.
there. Why not? We're tearing through this episode.
No,
is
it's my
5
scene.
minutes.
Yeah, this episode is like it's actually just it's a cutaway for it's a Family Guy cutaway. Is what's going on.
Yeah, this is our flashback episode. So it's
Yeah.
actually not a
Oh.
full episode. It's just like
A
we're
series of
flashing back to an episode
moments.
that never happened.
Maybe we're dealing with some
Uh,
unreliable narration too, or
okay.
something.
Right. So
Yeah.
as Oscar drags this gem out of his pocket, he squeezes it into his hand. It's a very watery gem, and it kind of goes into your blood, and you do the thing, and now you're a Power Ranger, but you're still in a chokehold.
You're an Aqua Ranger in a chokehold.
Aqua
Yeah.
Ranger in a chokehold who just blinded the shit out of Jenkins is being beaten the shit out of. That's our scene setup. There we go.
So assuming this is like the real deal morphing.
Yes.
My
you
chakra
are
are
more
like not dinky little
Mhm.
pieces
Yeah.
of crud. So Oscar will ricochet one off the walls of this train and hopefully hit Jenkins.
It hits Jenkins in the head at an angle, kind of forcing him to let go of you and take a step back, staggering.
Yeah.
Alongside the force of Emma's punch, sending him about 2 or 3 feet back.
Oscar will somersault forward out of Jenkins' grasp and catch the chakram.
You got him.
You do?
You got him. Nice shot, new guy.
I can't believe that worked. That's so corny.
This sucks.
Yeah,
I'm
it
out.
does, Jenkins. Go away. It's a Monday.
I'll be back.
Good. I'll see you on Tuesday for coffee.
Yes, you will. Here I go.
And Jenkins exits stage
Jumps
right.
out the fucking window. Shatters this
He eats
subway
outside.
train window and jumps the fuck out.
Fair enough. And who is framing our conclusion for this episode?
That would
feel
be
like-
you.
That's me?
Yeah, because it would be from me to you,
Yeah, awesome.
I do believe. No, Nia. Sorry.
Nia.
It'd be Nia. It's your
Okay.
conclusion.
So, Jenkins is left. The train is in shambles, but I think all the civilians have already left. So the current team is now staring at a new Aqua Power Ranger, who I'm guessing looks a bit lost, a bit confused, but looks pretty cool.
That's
Nice
a good
suit,
color.
weirdo.
You're wearing exactly the.
No, mine's dark. Mine's dark. Yours is greenish.
Well, it's a
Pay
good
no
color.
mind to her.
It looks
What's
good
your
on you.
name?
Do I have to have like some new sort of superhero name?
No.
My name's just Corin, dude. That's Emma.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm Oscar.
Hi.
Oscar. Hi.
Nice.
So the sea, chose you. So clearly you're worthy.
And apparently it doesn't like your leg because that suit makes it look like you have a peg leg.
The sea is a bunch of water. What do
Yeah,
you say?
that is the definition of an ocean.
But it believes in us, and it wants us to help protect the world.
These are nonsense words that you're saying.
How about you just come back to the hideout? We'll show you the ropes. Really make you understand the sea.
Then from far away, you hear someone shout, "Hey, who wrecked this train? Who's gonna pay for all this?"
Start walking away a little faster. All right?
Yeah, let's go. Oscar, right? Yeah, let's get out of here.
Just follow
Yeah,
us.
fine.
This is a bad PR moment for us.
Bad PR. Yeah, PR.
You come along, Oscar?
Oh yeah, sorry. I said I do.
Okay,
Oscar.
cool. And that's the end of our episode.
By the way, of course, Emma means she's gonna make everyone trip on LSD in the ship.
That's what's showing the
The
ropes.
sea is real.
Fair
That's
enough.
why everyone's just so into it. It's like, dude, I saw it, man. I saw
More
it.
Power Rangers. What do you want from it?
LSD. Which ways the colors?
Fair enough. Okay. Should we do one more quick episode, or should we
I think we
move
should
on?
just discuss
Yeah,
thoughts on the system.
Let's discuss. Let's go back to the other screen.
It's about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah. Let's go back to the other screen, and we can just chat through this a little bit. See how everything works.
All right, we are
Okay.
back on. Marcus, you are still dead.
Yeah, Marcus, your whole camera's out.
I rise. I live.
Yep, it's faded back in.
Fade it back in. I love it. Excellent. Cool. Well, let's do a full round robin discussing the system and how we feel about it, how it works, and things like that. Things we liked, things we didn't like, things we responded positively to,
Alright.
and things that we'd want more clarification on. Nia, kick us off.
Okay. I like the character creation. I thought
Mhm.
that was fun. I like the way the tables were set up. I think we can all agree that some of the episode setups were a bit confusing at times and not very clear.
Yeah, we were a bit too vague to really do anything with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a blast to play.
Yeah, well, it's always good to play with fun people to play with, so that's always a good sign. Marcus, you're the one who's nearest and dearest to this genre, I think, in some ways. So
Yeah.
how did this feel to you?
It felt great. This honestly has nothing to do with the game, but well, not really. But I wouldn't have rolled for anything if it was like
Mhm.
up to me. I would have chosen everything. I feel like, and that's totally just personal preference and really not
Yeah, not randomized
comment on the game.
things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not even entirely sure why. I think maybe just because I'd be more comfortable knowing what concept I'm going in with rather than randomizing it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Outside of that, the scenes I thought were actually okay. I think they ask you with like how sparse they are with detail to fill in the blanks, and I think that's okay. They could have more detail.
Yeah.
But they were serviceable for me. And then what else? Oh, there's one other thing. The traits, I think they could be more broad. I think they're really specific. Like the was it comedy? That was one of them.
Yeah.
Where it was like, this is the person that tries to make everyone else happy.
Mhm.
I think that's a little narrow. I think like the comedic relief could be a lot of things. And in that same vein, the beauty would be to me was a little narrow too. It's somebody that concerns themselves with appearance a lot, and it also doesn't necessarily need to be that. I feel like, but it's also not entirely like the worst that it happens to be that.
Yeah.
I just think they could be a little broader.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that.
Mhm.
Ash, you want to jump in?
I think the system's a bit honestly too rules light. It leaves up too much to players to come up with on their own without giving much of a sense of direction or any examples past player creation. It doesn't give any examples for scenes and how that could work and how it, the energy system. Like we didn't even touch on that pretty much
Yeah,
at
we
all
literally
because
forgot to.
it just doesn't. There's no benefit to it really.
Yeah, sorry, let me just go over how that works. You gain energy every episode
Yeah.
by having a trait moment, which we also partially forgot.
Yeah. I didn't forget
or
those.
trait complement.
I actually was very aware of those.
Yeah, but like we didn't say it, right? We needed to.
Yeah.
I think we need to
Ash,
verbalize that we were using the rules in some way.
You did with the EMP, right? I think that might have been the one time.
The EMP was one,
Yeah.
and then Emma did it again, technically, but I didn't call it out with headphone jack.
Yeah.
Extender to make it a bit.
Right
Yeah,
tool for the
that
job.
could have been seen. Yeah, that could have been seen as that because that was a smart thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I played those more as like actual character traits more than mechanical.
Yeah.
Which they could have
Yeah,
been.
the energy doesn't seem to really do anything.
Yeah, so it's hard to say like
Yeah.
like what do you do with energy besides avoid character death?
Yeah, that's the only thing that I can really see because it's literally represents an audience's feeling towards a character. And it even specifies if you're playing an actual play podcast or stream, make polls on Twitter and ask your players what they thought of it. This definitely is like that first episode was probably more in line with what the game has in mind. Like a session is an episode.
Yeah.
It definitely seems again a bit too rules light and non-specific. Makes it very hard to play. But it's very fun. It's a very open system. I do like that. At the same time, it's too open. It doesn't give enough for people to sit down, read through the rules, and actually understand how the game works.
Yeah, I agree. I think everything that everyone's saying is spot on. I I like random tables for character generation. I think that they're cool to have. Obviously, I don't think you have to have them or that you have to use them. One of the best things about random tables is that like you can have them and then not use them, right? Which is yeah, you can always just pick. And I don't know. I sort of proposed that we roll randomly this episode because I sort of wanted to see what would happen. But I agree that like had we been picking, we actually would have been able to make characters that relate to each other more. In some ways, it would have been a little bit more. We could have been a little bit more consistent in some things and figure out how to make that work better. In terms of just like the rules lightness of the system, this is an incredibly rules light system.
Yeah.
And even more interestingly in that, we failed to play by the rules that they do have.
Because they just don't spell them out enough.
You're right. I feel like if I were to do this again, what I'd want to do is I'd want to put like what I want to do is I want to put the story beats like in bold on the screen so that we're all looking at the story beats.
Yes, yeah.
With then like a clarity of like, okay, scene 1 is this, scene 2 is this. We might even do a thing where we set up all 6 scenes before we role play anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then role play each scene out so that we have like an idea of where we're going or something like that. I don't know. That's just
It would
what I had there.
I had the thought that it would benefit from something like the scenes in Microscope where we're answering a question.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that was actually the intent, but we didn't stick
kind
to
of
it so well.
is.
Yeah.
With in the third paragraph of Playing a Beat, it says if you recreate a scene either from other media or another episode, give someone in that scene 1 energy. That's too vague. That's a useless sentence, straight up. And then it goes, if you go off script and do a beat dramatically differently, the villains get 1 energy. But it never specifies anything about script at the same time. It seems like whoever did this, it is well thought out, but it seems like they didn't put all their thoughts in the document.
Those ideas
Like,
could be rephrased.
It's missing things. It's straight up missing things. It feels like the go off script and do a beat dramatically differently. Are you supposed to ahead of time plan how the beat goes? Like,
it sounds like it's shooting for something like DM inspiration in D&D, where if something like immense happens, you get reward for that. Yeah.
What?
I just figured out where energy is used.
Where?
Scroll down to the last page. Look at the end game.
Oh.
A player has enacted the end game. The villains are making their final attack. Their plan is complete, or something else is terrible. You compare total hero energy to total villain energy. If the heroes have the higher energy, the season ends favorably to them. If the villains have more, the villains win the season. Play the episode either way.
Yeah, I think in the end that comes down to poor document planning, poor layout of information.
Yeah, I agree.
Like these are really large tables for no apparent reason. There's a lot of things about the layout I would probably change to help convey this information better. Like the energy.
The art is sick. Sorry, I just want to take a second to say the art is awesome.
Yeah, the art's I love the art very much so, but again, like the information is laid out in a very poor manner. It doesn't explain what the purpose of things are and where things are used, and I think that could definitely be improved a lot. But it is definitely a fun game. I do like it.
I agree. I think we could have played it better too. Obviously,
absolutely.
That's the nature of the beast, and we will keep getting better at things as we keep doing them. I think that I think my theory is that is going to come up a lot. I'm hoping that by the end of doing this for a long time, we all have a better idea how to format games, because I think that we're going to see a lot of games with a lot of different formatting things. Any other final thoughts on the system or on this game or anything from anyone and everyone? Actually, let's do a full round robin. Final thoughts, Marcus.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I wish I don't think this is a thing of the game, but I wish we could have placed more emphasis. It was very Power Rangers heavy, but the inspirations range from Power Rangers to Voltron and She-Ra, and that's a lot of different genres with different I think that's it.
Yeah, we could have placed more inputs on that.
I think
not entirely sure how either, but yeah.
Yeah, I probably personally would have enjoyed a She-Ra style game more, because I rewatched that recently. Oh, it's so good.
I haven't seen it, but it looks very good.
The Netflix one it's fucking amazing. Go watch it right now. I don't give a shit what you do. Just get off the call, go watch. We're done with the stream.
I'm gonna shut down the stream, guys.
I cook
fuck it, we're done. We're gonna go as a group watch She-Ra. No. In general, I think there should be more clarification on the purpose of events. Like it definitely seems as an arbiter, you're like, this is the things you're supposed to do. This thing, like it says the off beat or do it off script or do a beat dramatically differently. Like there's no clarification as to how a beat is meant to go. It's 3 paragraphs for the majority for the whole core of the system. That's just not enough to work with. I think this is that section of it definitely seems like it has more thought put into it, but it just isn't there. We're missing like 2 or 3 pages of what it feels like. It definitely seems the beat system needs to be more open, not necessarily more open, more have more information as to what the hell it's supposed to be, in my personal opinion. It's just not there.
Nia.
Yeah, I really do like making characters that are completely randomly generated. I think it's fun.
Mhm.
But I do think the game would have benefited a lot more from us having picked characters and picked character concepts. So maybe then each Power Ranger would have been able to relate to each other more, had bonds and a background. Like, why are we even together?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have to admit that the more games I play, the more I love systems that encourage or have as part of character generation the bond system or some sort of relationship between the characters
Mhm.
Yeah.
already established. I'm a fan of that. Yeah, I think I totally love that idea. I think that's great, and that's something that we should be mindful of ourselves as we move forward, because we're going to keep playing a lot of games, and a lot of them are going to be different. And sometimes, I think that's something that we can actually look at pretty quickly in a system and see: is there a way that the characters are tied together? No. Well, then we should do that ourselves,
Yeah.
right? Because it seems to be something that not all RPGs do inherently. Yeah, I enjoyed this. I think it's a fun system. I think it's a fun game. It doesn't really fully scratch my itch of being someone who is fighting to save the world
Mhm.
exactly, because I don't feel like there's any choice. Of course, I save the world. It's obvious, and I feel like I want a little bit more struggle. Perhaps if we had stuck to the narrative beats a little bit better, that might have happened. Because certainly
Yeah.
these arcs are well established. But for me, that's sort of my take. I want some sort of system reinforcement for narrative struggle.
A systemic reinforcement for building tension in these episodes would be very good.
Yeah.
Again, that's what I was saying with like, there's a lot missing from the beats. It's hard to actually do anything with them
Mhm.
without getting really wacky very quickly. Like there's no mechanical like, hey, this is some of the things you can do, but you can obviously just do whatever the fuck you want. You're sitting down at a table together. It's your choice as to what happens. But yeah, the beats just they fall flat in the end. Like a lot of this is spent, almost all of the section is spent on characters, which I do appreciate a lot. This is very much so a character builder game more than anything.
Yeah.
I think it just needs more on the narrative structure side of things.
Yep. And that would have been helpful for our games to have a more cohesive narrative structure too.
Mm-hmm.
So, all good things. Okay, well, I guess that is where we're going to end today's episode. Hope that you guys enjoyed watching. We certainly had a good time playing. Even when we play games that we don't end up loving deeply, I think we still have a good time playing, right, guys? Is that true?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good. And next week we're going to be back with a game that probably some people know,
Honey Heist.
but we haven't played it here yet, and so we're going to play it next week. Yeah,
I haven't played it all, and I'll be running that, so that'll be fun.
awesome. Ash is going to be running some Honey Heist, and we'll have a guest star of some sort. We'll figure it out. All good things. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and hope you had a good time. And as always, don't forget to call your cat and feed your mom.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.